taught us anything in this group, it's that this division doesn't need a novelty label, just needs a ball and a whistle. Welcome to Game 3 of the group stages here in the mixed division. My name's Christian Filliman, known to my friends as Philly, and we're glad to have you along for this ride. Today's match features a Group B matchup between Boca Dallas and Legio FC. In the mixed division, the rules are slightly different than the traditional men's and women's rules. The mixed rules are on your screen there. We have 4 quarters of 9 minutes each. The women get the start for quarters 1 and quarters 3. The men, quarters 2 and quarters 4. And as we get in this target score time, each of them alternate, with the women beginning 7v7, the men 6v6, so on and so forth until the men finish 2v2. Let's take a look at our starters real quick. First for Legio FC, in goal, Madeline Anderson, Juliana Vieira, Alexis Folk, Savannah Shute, Rebecca Bastardi, Carol Fernanda, and Leah Chansey. For Boca Dallas, it is Bayless Flynn in between the pipes, Kimberly Mendez, Caitlin Starr, Boudrum, Reese Doherty, Courtney Jones, and Vivian Akiram. There's a guy's name in the starting lineup is wrong. Boca Dallas wearing the blue, Legio wearing the green. Moments away from the start of this game, and we welcome you to Cary, North Carolina, here at Wake Med Soccer Park. You're looking at Field 2. Should I apologize then real quick? All right, folks, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm being told that we're having an issue with the cameras. That gets squared away. I'm going to go from a TV broadcaster to a radio broadcaster. As we are underway, Legio FC starts things off and immediately facing relentless pressure from Boca Dallas. Both teams have fielding teams in multiple divisions. For Legio FC, for those unaware, 2 major collabs, Mama Africa FC and Leon Dallas. Mama Africa, a Canada-based group that have won major small-sided tournaments. In fact, a big $100,000 one most recently. And Leon Dallas with ties to Leon. 3 identities here with Legio FC. And they are currently 0-2 in the group stage with 1 goal for. They lost 4-1 to Prestige Worldwide and 1-0 to Pumas de Alabama. Boca Dallas, on the other hand, are in control of Group B as they've won their first 2, having scored 4 goals for, 1 goals allowed. They defeated Pumas 2-0, and then Prestige Worldwide, shout out to the film Step Brothers, 2-1. Boca Dallas mixed, a team to beat here in the mixed division, as this is the first time in the mixed division as Bayless Flynn of Boca Dallas dives to make the save. First time this mixed division's been here, as I mentioned, as there's a foul just up top the box, and a yellow card shown to Legio FC. So Boca Dallas were, call it an ear hair shy of it being a penalty, although it looks like it is really towing that line. So yes, as indicated, a yellow card. Twelve teams in the mixed division. This TST continues to grow. Yes, it is just outside of the box. A close call. Otherwise, we were looking at a free kick. So getting ready to take the free kick here is Boca Dallas. Squaring up and firing, and just missing narrowly. It was number 29, Renee Guion. Boca Dallas relentlessly on their attack as that attempt sails right into the stands. It's going to stay on their end for a corner. Do we have anything yet? So an attempt going through leads to a change of possession here, as now it is Legio FC in control. As that pass comes off of Boca Dallas, it's going to stay on this end of the field. A couple of key players to watch out for on Legio FC. Eric Macias on the guys' side, along with Kelvin Oliveira. A lot of very talented women. Rosa Malouf playing with the Canadian International from U17 to U20. Was a Golden Boot winner. Team Canada, as Boca Dallas is on the attack. And the cross in gets picked up by the keeper. All right, what we're being told is camera's going to be up in the next couple of seconds, so bear with us, folks. Again, we sincerely apologize. We know that there's people out there eagerly anticipating and wanting to watch this game, so we're going to remedy that for you as soon as possible. As it stands right now, we're 4 minutes and change in, with no shots really taken and no threatening opportunities for either side. As Bayless Flynn charges in, and she's going to get fouled by a Legio FC player. Looks like she took a knock, but warrior of a player is going to play it in to Reese Doherty. Doherty, who also plays with Austin Rise's women's division. And we see an Austin Rise flag in the stands. Doherty wearing 16 for Boca Dallas. Did her college at UC Berkeley. Boca Dallas puts it back into play as the pass goes towards their keeper, Bayless Flynn. Flynn weighing her options. Passes it all the way in to the opposition's box. Takes a deflection, taken away. Boca Dallas largely in control of this match. Although Legio FC fighting aggressively to regain possession. As that Voigt ball sails into Stan Voigt, the official ball supplier of the TST tournament. As goalkeeper for Legio FC, Madeline Anderson approaches the midfield. Madeline Anderson, a team captain at Mississippi State. Shot fired, just missing. Legio FC, the first threatening attempt here in the first half. We're about 3 minutes out from the men taking the field again. We're not doing halves, we're doing 4 9-minute quarters. That pass gets poked away, but picked up once again by Boca Dallas. It was Detroit City FC who wrote history, winning the first ever game in the mixed division. Boca Dallas trying to contend. As an excellent counter brewing up. And Boca Dallas scores the first goal of the game. Courtney Jones, the Clemson Tiger, breaks the deadlock, and it is 1-0.
Goal, Boca Dallas.
Boca Dallas saw the seam. They pounced on it, sprinted quickly up the field. And Jones with the goal. Three-time All-ACC player. Part of the U.S. Youth National System from U14 to U18. Now she could say that she's a goal scorer in the first ever mixed division at TST in beautiful Cary, North Carolina. Cary, the home of the TST since its inception in 2023. And with a substantial investment from the state and the city of Cary, it will be here for the foreseeable future. In terms of attendance, this year will break all TST records. As the official blows a whistle indicating that there's a foul on Boca Dallas. Are we up yet? And it is going to be Legio's ball right around the midfield. And it is number 34, Haley Spray. He passes into the box. But telegraphs it, and it gets recovered by Boca Dallas. Bayless to her right. Pass comes in, Renee Guillon. Back over to Bayless Flynn. Boca Dallas largely in control of this game. Legio FC, while momentarily picking a pocket, can't keep possession on this side of the field, although we've got a promising buildup coming here in the backfield. And that's going to come out of play. And with 3 seconds remaining, the first quarter almost comes to an end. One last attempt here potentially for the women in this quarter, as it is Haley Spray getting ready to take the corner. Her corner inside comes off of the feet of Aaliyah Doctor. And the official blows the whistle, indicating that the first quarter is in the books. And it is Boca Dallas currently leading as a result of a goal on an excellent run by Courtney Jones. Now it is the men that are getting ready to take the field.
The second quarter is set to begin.
And so the corner is going to remain on this side.
Squads are on field now.
As Legio puts it into play. Cleared up by number 4, Roberto Escalante. Escalante, multi-time champion in the professional arena space, playing with the Chihuahua Savage. And it is Legio now stringing together some passes just to find them space and to find an opportunity. Legio looking for their first win here in the group stage, as a hustling Jose Puche tries to keep it on their side of the pitch, but unsuccessful. Brian Macias, Flaquito as they call him in the game, former captain of the Chihuahua Savage in the indoor game. There we see goalkeeper Luis Diego into Escalante. Back over to Diego. Picked off by Legio. There's a promising run brewing here for the crew in green. Shouldering off the ball, Juan Ramirez was making a run. But the bigger bodied Boca Dallas player wins. I believe that is Dyerson Gratterall who gets it to the midfield. And a number 5, Thomas Robinson. Robinson with possession. Legio, as mentioned, a mix of 2 collaborations. Foul in the midfield, it remains on this side. 2 shots by each team. 1 on target by each team. But the difference maker being the goal. Gratterall facing pressure. Goes into Nascimento on the other end of the field. And for those wondering at home how big the dimensions are of the field, 65 by 45 yards. The goals themselves 6.5 feet high, 18.5 feet wide. You know, with only 12 teams in the division, these are the best odds that we'll probably see at TST for a long time. So there's 48 men's teams, 16 women's teams, 12 mixed teams. Give anybody a 1 in 12 chance. They'll take it 11 out of 10 times. Do we have camera up yet? Pass in. Folks, glad we could get you back on our screens, and once again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties here. Previous game had ran late in an epic contest between Pumas de Alabama and Soccer Central, so getting started relatively quickly as Flaquito Macias has Junior Pinal up top, and it's going to take a deflection. Unlimited subs. Both teams can throw as many different variations and sets of players as they would like, keeping legs fresh. So many fun and different nuanced rules here at TST. Boca Dallas appears to be the team to beat in the men's division as well as the mixed division. Unless Legio could get an upset. But with the 2 wins that Boca Dallas has, they should be pretty free to make it through out of the group stages. This is the 3rd game here in the group. We see Legio FC's pressure as the pass comes in to number 14, Luis Morales. Luis Morales playing in the Major Arena Soccer League for the San Diego Sockers. Also competed with the United States men's national futsal team. As we see Guzman in the Morales. Morales a knack for finding the back of the net. Very capable and electric goal scorer. So over the course of a couple of short seasons playing professional arena soccer, he's already gotten to 100 goals. Pass into the box. But Legio FC's relentless defense prevents Boca Dallas from going up by a score of 2-0. As the ball comes out of play on the touchline. Folks, wherever you are, wherever in the world, whether you're here in the United States or anywhere globally, we just want to say thank you so much for making us a part of your weekend's entertainment. With all the different distractions that exist out there in the world, we so humbly thank you for hanging out with us today. As it is Luis Diego. Legio trying to convert one back. On the run. Space opens up. And the goal! Legio FC with the equalizer. Courtesy by number 27, Ryan Clanton.
Scored by number 27, Ryan Clanton.
And we've got potentially an upset brewing here.
That goal coming in the 6th
Boca
minute
Dallas
of the second
has
quarter.
only conceded
Even
one
things
goal
up
in the
between
2
Legio
games.
and Boca Dallas.
So now we've got ourselves an entertaining contest, a 7v7. Potential answer here. And is there a foul in the box?
Penalty kick.
And there is a penalty
Boca
kick.
Dallas.
So Boca Dallas now with an opportunity to answer the quick response from Legio FC. Dangerous place for a foul. And that is a one-on-one scenario with the keeper. And it is going to be Gustavo Gomez on Boca Dallas, set to take the free kick. 1-1 the score. He tees off. Saved! Legio FC has some extracurricular conversations between Luis Diego, the goalkeeper for Boca Dallas, along with Juan Ramirez. Boca Dallas on the run. The shot just off the mark. That was Joao Miranda making his run. Dynamic save by Legio FC's keeper. Keeps this game tied at 1-1. Escalante to Morales. It's a fancy touch by Miranda. And an easy strip by Miranda. Ball's going to coast its way to Federico Gutierrez, who goes back to his keeper. Bit of a high press momentarily from Boca Dallas. This pass comes in Jose Puche. Puche to Diego Hernandez. Taken away by Junior Pinal. Pinal, in a couple of seasons playing in the Major Arena Soccer League, has taken the league by storm. And Escalante gets in the way, pawed away. Between the deflection from Escalante and Luis Diego, Boca Dallas' defense stands tall, and the official blows the whistle, indicating that the second quarter has been hit. So we're going to head into a short halftime break here, and when the third quarter begins, it is going to be the women that take over. When we come back, we'll also talk about the halftime stats for you, but 1-1 goal scorers for Boca Dallas, Courtney Jones and Ryan Clanton for Legio FC. We're going to step aside for a couple of minutes. Gives you the opportunity to head to the fridge, grab yourself something fun, and come back and hang out with us as we have second half action coming right up after this break. You are watching the TST on YouTube. No, I'm good for the time being. It's like I'm looking at my notes, I'm looking at the rosters, and there are women that have men's numbers and men that have women's numbers, and just trying to well, yeah, I just I'm glad I have got my way, like I have the roster that's inputted. But yeah, when they had one of the starters on the screen, I mean, I'm hitting talkback, and I'm just going to keep my hands on talkback. I was going to say, like, I'm looking at the starting lineup, like, on Boca Dallas, and, like, they got a player, like, out of all the girls, there's a guy's name on the starting lineup. And so, like, there's all kinds of things that are funky right here, but at least we're halfway through. At what point, though, did the camera come on? Did you catch, was the goal on the screen, though? All good. All right, well, with the technical difficulties we've had here, let's just keep rocking and rolling. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. It was just, didn't give me enough time to get all my other stuff recalibrated for this, but again, lucky for technology, because if it wasn't for the iPad and what I have here, like, I would have been cooked calling this game, as a lot of the numbers are just different. Correct. Let me ask you a question. Like, I honestly, I lost track of time. Like, how late were we in getting started? Were we late at all? Oh, okay, good. So if this game essentially finishes on time, then we'll still have that half hour to prep for the next one. Later on today, I am, yeah. So yeah, after the third game, because I got Hernandez United and Crew with you. We're doing that one together, right? Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, I'll run. We'll run that one together, Crew and Hernandez. Yeah, and then I'm back here. Yeah, I've got the KC2 game versus Iowa Demon Hawks. And then the other 2 games, we had yet to figure out what the case was. So to get out of here, I'm going to quickly run back to the hotel and have to spruce up. Do you know that we're on the... It doesn't matter. You're not going to be on for Peacock or any of that other stuff, are you? All right. Well,
All right, fans. The women have retaken the field for this mixed
All right, folks.
group
Welcome
matchup
back to the start
between
of
Legio
the
FC
third
and Boca
quarter
Dallas.
here on Field 2 at Wake Med
These two
Soccer
teams are
Park,
tied up at 1
the
goal
home of
apiece.
the NWSL's
Boca
NC
Dallas will get
Courage.
us underway
It is
in the
Boca
blue.
Dallas and Legio
in the
FC
dark green.
tied as we come out of the break. Your halftime stats are as follows. Legio FC with 4 shots, 3 of them on target. Boca Dallas with 4 and 2 of them on target. Your goal scorers starting things off early and an emphatic way was Courtney Jones for Boca Dallas. And on the other hand for Legio, it was Ryan Clanton assisted by Diego Hernandez. Those are your goal scorers. Boca Dallas has yet to receive any blemishes on their record as they are perfect 2-0. Legio FC 0-2. So right here we have a potential for an upset, perhaps. And despite the losses, Legio FC was very close within all their contests. They only lost to Pumas de Alabama by a score of 1-0. A little tougher against Prestige Worldwide. And like many of you, can't help but smile a little bit thinking about the famous movie Step Brothers with John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. I dare not echo any of the phrases used when Prestige Worldwide was being promoted on the film. So we have a corner kick scenario here for Legio FC. As everybody, for the most part, in the box. Looks like we have Madeline Anderson in goal. Just outside by the midfield as the corner kick has no dividends paid off on the investment. So it's going to be Bayless Flynn on the goal kick. Flynn had Rebecca Bastardi as her intended target. Boca Dallas. Pocket pick cleanly. As Legio gets it up towards Juliana Vieira. Ball going back and forth between both teams. Recovered by Kimberly Mendez of Boca Dallas, and she just displayed some fine footwork there, getting herself out of trouble. Goal kick comes off of the head of Caitlin Starr-Boudrum, who competed in the U18 side with Tottenham. Went to East Carolina University, where she was an AAC tourney champ in 2024. One of the players on the women's side that I wanted to mention for Boca Dallas. Again, we do apologize for the first 3 minutes that you may or may not have missed. With space to move, the crew from Boca, the Boca Brigade. As it is Courtney Jones who passed it in the midfield. Ball comes into the box. Starr-Boudrum goes down, but no foul called as Vieira clears up some space on the left flank. And just a tough touch coming off of the feet of Haley Spray. Pass comes back to Bayless Flynn. Flynn biding her time. Her target for a couple of occasions on her goal kicks was Star Boudram, who head and shoulders taller than everybody on the pitch. As the opportunity on the shot by Vivian Akiriam sails well outside and well beyond the 18.5 feet that the goal has. Madeline Anderson, that gets chipped in. The attempt just above the crossbar as Flynn out of position, and a near go-ahead goal for Legio. That would open up a lot of eyes here for the undefeated team to fall behind on a Legio side. Eager to put a notch in the win column. Flynn to her right. Pass comes back to Flynn. Flynn trying to find Aaliyah Doctor. We have a player down on the field, and the official motioning to the training staff.
Legio FC.
Waiting for a visual confirmation as to who that may be. While we take a moment here, I'll tell you a little bit about the city of Cary. Population of about 183,000 going back to 2024. 7th most populous municipality in the state of North Carolina. As we get set to resume play. State of North Carolina invested $6.8 million, so TST is going to be here in this facility until 2029, and the economic impact TST has had alone on the state of North Carolina has been massive, in particular the city of Cary. TST's generated a little less than $24 million in total economic impact in the area since 2024, with 2025 being a nearly $15 million year alone. And the attendance numbers have picked up. We had some of our best crowds here last night, so if you've been on the fence about coming out to check out this tournament, it's more than just a tournament, it's a global soccer festival. Free kick now for Boca Dallas from a dangerous spot. The attempt just over the crossbar. It looked like momentarily it came off of the head of Haley Spray. And yes, in fact, they're going to stay on this end. As for a moment, the official did show the change of possession indicator. Bliss. And that falls out on the touchline. About 90 seconds remaining here in the third quarter for the women. The lone goal for Boca Dallas, scored in the first quarter by Courtney James. So it's the women that are taking care of business here for Boca Dallas. Men and women all competing for the same prize, a 7-figure bag of cash at the end of this global soccer rainbow. And that takes deflection off Boca Dallas defender. It's going to stay on this end. Corner kick, set piece opportunity for Legio. It's the fourth time they've been in this situation. Trying to cash in on these set-piece opportunities that Boca Dallas keeps giving them. Floater into the box with Vieira, the intended target. That one sails into the stands, but it's going to stay on this end. So the women have less than 30 seconds here in the third quarter to find the go-ahead. Vieira defended brilliantly by Boca Dallas. Pass in on the right. The shot saved. Bayless Flynn gets her gloves all over that attempt. Kicked out of danger. And as Madeline Anderson converged onto the ball, the official blows the whistle, so 3 quarters are in the books now. One more quarter to go before we go into target score time.
We're still deadlocked at 1 between Boca Dallas and
9
Legio
minutes.
FC.
Legio bringing on Thomas Robertson, Dyerson Gratterall, Eric Macias, player to keep an eye on. Eric Macias, excellent soccer player out of the Dallas, Texas area. So we see Alexis Hernandez, Legio's keeper, trying to float one into the box with Federico Gutierrez as his intended target. 50-50 ball. And it's going to stay green ball. Pass into Gratterall. Gratterall, who's a veteran now at the TST, having competed with 10-15 a year ago. It was his ability and skill that helped him sign a professional contract playing in Southern California for a team called the Empire Strikers in the Major Arena Soccer League. Gratterall had a fine rookie year. That's another one of the beautiful aspects of this tournament. Opens things up for players that otherwise may or may have not slipped through the cracks of an academy or a pro team as Gratterall goes to his right. Seeing the success of how the Kings League players, relative unknowns, have now become global superstars. So it's tournaments like this where anything can happen. Sportive beat the U.S. women's soccer team in the women's division. The U.S. women's on the women's side of the rankings have won the last 2 TSTs. So anything can happen in these small-sided tournaments. Escalante picks off the telegraphed pass. We're about 2 minutes and 15 seconds in to this fourth quarter. So time ticking away here in what's been a competitive game. Legio or Boca Dallas looking for some extra cushion, some extra added insurance. Because if this result holds, it's going to be next goal that wins in target score time. Gratterall. Back to his keeper, Hernandez. Hernandez casually trotting it towards midfield. Connects in with Gutierrez. Pass comes in on the left. Unable to juke his defender. So that's going to come out of play. It's going to go Boca Dallas ball. And once again, Voigt, the official ball supplier of the TST. If you want to pick yourself up a Voigt ball, soccer.com is your home for many of the TST kits that are out there and items. If you are local and planning to come to Wake Med Soccer Park, the merchandise stand is right by the entrance gates. A lot of excellent kits, whether you want an LCF Academy kit. So they've Been a Cinderella darling story in the men's division. Or you want a Hope Solo FC kit. Incredible design. The horse on it. Made by Flight, an ambitious and ever so quickly growing brand. They have a nice number of the designs. Boca Dallas, the chip, just narrowly misses. Elbert Jr. had some space in a moment of opportunity. And the Kings League player who competes with Fluxo FC just narrowly misses. Elbert with 11 goals and 1 assist in the split 2 at 25-26. Excellent defending by Thomas Robinson. As it goes back to the keeper. Just rattling. That was a close call. A moment that made us all go, ooh. Felipe Garcia passes it in over to Diego Hernandez. Hernandez to Gratterall. Gratterall receives the pass just outside of the box. Back into Robinson. As Boca bodies the attacking forward off the ball and regains possession. More than halfway through this fourth quarter, still deadlocked at 1 apiece. They make target score time very interesting. As Luis Morales looking to juke his defender, but standing up tall with him is Dyerson Gratterall. These are two players that have competed with each other on a multitude of occasions in Southern California. Elbert Jr., much bigger body. He shows frustration as the official indicates that it is a change of possession. Ramirez opting to go back to his keeper. Into Gratterall. Gratterall moves it forward. Only a 40-ish yard pass. Trying to create some space. And the go-ahead goal by Legio FC. The counterattack has been completed. Boca Dallas stunned. And it is Thomas Robinson that gets the go-ahead goal for Legio.
Scored by number 5, Tomas Robinson.
Tomas coming up with the big goal as we're just under 2 minutes between now and target score time. Excellent ball movement.
That goal coming in the 7th minute of play in the fourth quarter here as Legio
And they
FC
pick it off
takes the
once
lead
again.
over
Can
Boca
Legio
Dallas.
add to the tally? As the ambitious and aggressive attempt by Juan Ramirez sails into the stands. Legio FC putting Boca Dallas on notice. More relentless pressure. About a minute to go before we get into target score time. Elbert Jr. to Escalante. Escalante into Joao Miranda. Back to the keeper. Can Boca claw one back before we head into target score time? While on the attack, that was kicked out by a Legio player, so it's a set-piece opportunity here in the dying moments of the fourth quarter for Boca Dallas. The header, it comes off of the crossbar as Roberto Escalante dings it off the post. Crossbar challenge won, but it's not what he was looking to do. Excellent save, the rebound, and Morales gets far too under the Voigt ball. And Boca Dallas squandering an opportunity at an equalizer in the dying moments of the fourth quarter. The official blows the whistle, and that means regulation is over. We now head in to target score time. So the target score time, you're going to have the rules on your screen momentarily, slightly different than what's in the men's and the women's division. So the target score is going to be 3. So for Legio FC, 1 goal and they win. For Boca Dallas, well, they need a couple more. And so we begin 7v7, and it is the women that get the start. If after 3 minutes, no target score has been established, a player from each team gets removed, but sides also switch. So from 7v7 women, we go 6v6 for the men. Same concept. If 3 minutes expire, target score is not reached, we go 5v5 women, then 4v4 men potentially. And it goes and it rinses and repeats, and it finds its way into no less than 2v2.
After 3 minutes, the men will
The backfield violation rule was implemented this year, and what that states is a team has 15 seconds to get the ball out of their defensive end. Once the ball crosses midfield, it cannot be kicked back intentionally into the defensive end. No stalling, or it results in a change of possession. If an opponent kicks the ball into that zone, it is not a violation but a live ball. So backfield violation is what it is. If by some chance it happens to take a deflection, it just restarts the clock while the team goes back to recover it. And there we see the leaderboard here. As you can see, Boca Dallas leading Group B. Legio FC on the bottom part. So this is a big result for both teams. Can Legio pull the upset? Or will Boca Dallas claw their way back in? In target score time, anything can happen. The individual that scores the game winner gets what's called the Golden Fleece. It gives them lifetime admission into TST and the TBT, the granddaddy of it all, what caused and created this beautiful global soccer festival that you see right before your very eyes. Now it is the women who got the scoring started for Boca Dallas. Can it be the women that find the equalizer as the ball is into the box favoring the blue kids? Kicked out of danger, but it finds its way back over to Bliss. Bliss weighing her options. Mistakes could potentially be costly. No team looking to make any mistake. So there's a whistle indicating a foul. It's going to stay on this end. And a change actually of possession. Quick play in. Taken away. On the run is Boca Dallas. And it gets threaded through. Boca Dallas with the equalizer. And it is Courtney Jones with the equalizer, her second goal of the morning.
Courtney Jones.
What a game she is having.
Just like that, we're tied up 2-2 in target score.
And it is
time.
Boca Dallas's women that are keeping this game within reach. The men had an opportunity for an equalizer late.
To kick us back off.
But the women taking care of business here. We're tied at 2. Next goal wins. What a game this is turning out to be. You wanted entertainment? We got entertainment. This turned out to be an awful lot of fun, just as we anticipated. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Baller, balls. Game recognizes game. So far, it's the Boca Dallas women that are putting the men on notice. I am all for it. Bliss getting ready to play it out of the backfield. Takes its bounce. Covered by Boca Dallas. Elevated into the air. Back over to Bayless Flynn. Courtney Jones, the goal scorer. Only 2 shots on goal, but out of those 2 shots, both of them have been goals. She has been very efficient on her conversion rate. Just some quick subs, but we're approaching the dying minutes and moments here in the 7v7 sequence of target score time. Thus far, momentum favoring Boca Dallas. Nearly gets taken away. Boca Dallas recovers. Passing to Guyon. Flynn. To her left. And out of nowhere, Elizabeth Moore comes on to keep possession in favor of the blue and yellow. Passing on the right. Can the women seal the deal? As that one just gets by, and the official blows the whistle, so 7v7 is over. But Boca Dallas have it tied, and now the men take the field for 6v6.
So now the men take the field for 6-on-6 action. Next goal wins.
Next goal wins. The target score is 3. Both teams putting their big guns on the pitch. This is exciting, folks. Might add a couple slip-ups and faux pas to get things started, but we're right where we want to be in an entertaining game of soccer. That's why we are all here, for love of this beautiful game and for love of this beautiful tournament. The 2 goals by Legio, scored by Ryan Clanton and Thomas Robinson. So far, on Legio's side, it is Clanton who has been their player of the game, as he scored the first goal and assisted to Thomas Robinson. Advanced up towards the midfield. So that one's going to come back towards the fans and the stands. Just looking at the stands, beautiful day in Cary, North Carolina. The weather report, as we were all descending upon this pocket of the world, indicated that it was going to potentially rain the entire time, and we only had 1 real day of overcast, and it was the first night where it started to rain a little, but since then, it's just been beautiful out. A few clouds in the sky, but days like today, and with all the beautiful nature that you see around you, it makes you happy to be alive. Macias, the shot fired in, just misses bottom right. It was actually Diego Hernandez that fired it off and just missed. Taken away by Legio. Could this be the moment of truth? And that just takes an awkward roll and comes out of play. Pass in Elbert Jr. He tries to beat his defender, but not to be done. It's going to stay on this end of the field. Played back to the keeper. Minute to go here in 6v6. Unless, of course, the target score has been hit. Puche. Sprinting is Elbert Jr. Excellent hustle. But he got beat to it by the keeper. And it's going to stay on this end for Boca Dallas. Men have 30 seconds to potentially find the game winner. Shot takes a deflection. Flaquito Macias gets dispossessed. Moment of glory opens itself up for Legio. Poked away from the danger zone. 10 seconds remaining. Diego Hernandez set to take the corner. Can Legio secure the upset against the Boca Dallas team? that has been perfect in their run through the group stage. No foul. Macias moves it forward. Moment of truth potentially. Excellent defending though. As the men's shift has now come to a close. So we're now down to 5v5. And once again, it's the women that take center stage.
The next goal wins.
Next goal wins. We're getting into those moments of nervous ticks time. We had that in the last round. Legio looking for the upset. Boca Dallas looking to come out of the group stages with no blemishes on their record. The women have been taking care of business all day for Boca Dallas. Can they continue to do so? And it gets poked away on the sideline towards the not-so-cheap seats. Boca Dallas has it on their end. As the pass comes to Bayless Flynn, that can happen. Just getting played in from the touchline. Once it crosses the midfield, of course, that can no longer occur. Utilizing potentially all of those 15 seconds that they had to their avail. As Flynn comes over the midfield line. She's going to come on as an extra attacker, potentially. And we have seen game winners by the goalkeepers. Flynn progresses it further along as Doctor makes a run down the line. She's got space. Opens up. What a save! Save from Madeline Anderson. I believe it was Courtney Jones who was looking to secure a hat trick. Pass comes back over to Flynn. Flynn right around that midfield, hugging it. Daugherty to Flynn. Could we potentially see a hat trick? As Jones has had an incredible morning. The attempt, another save. Flynn had an excellent shot that was going towards the upper left corner, but denying her is her counterpart, Madeline Anderson, on the other end. Save of the game this morning so far. Will she take another bite at the apple? The pass into the box, the turnaround, contact, and there's a foul inside of the box. Penalty kick opportunity.
Penalty kick awarded to Boca Dallas.
Boca Dallas now with a chance to seal the deal. It's going to be up to Legio's Madeline Anderson to save the day and to keep Legio's hopes alive. Otherwise, Boca Dallas will secure their third victory in the group stage. Tense moments we're living through here on Field 2 at Wake Med Soccer Park. And it looks like it's going to be number 28. Vivian Akirim awarded a big opportunity here to secure the dub. Some last-minute conversations with the official. And a yellow card. Now, was going to be given to Juliana Vieira. Couldn't quite tell. Free kick opportunity. And the game winner! Boca Dallas secures the dub. Vivian Akirim with the game winner and the Golden Fleece.
Boca Dallas!
It is the women that took care of business. It is the women that scored all the goals. And it is the women that get to celebrate alongside the men. And it is the men that need to be thankful that they get to progress forward in this $1 million cash prize tournament. Going over your final stats here before we close things out. 14 shots in favor of Legio with 7 on target. For Boca, 17 with 6 on target. Your goal scorers, Courtney Jones on a couple of occasions, Ryan Clanton, Thomas Robinson, but the game winner, Vivian Akiram. On behalf of myself, Christian Filliman, better known as Philly, alongside our excellent production crew, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this third game of the group stages here from WakeMed Soccer Park. We're going to leave you to the rest of your day. Enjoy it, but stick around. So much more action to be had here from Cary, North Carolina.